Hello and welcome to my channel. I am San D Fun, and today you're not gonna get visuals. Today is podcast day, which means you're gonna get no visual. And obviously, it's pretty hectic for me to go with visuals. Yeah, it's like I'm not able to talk, and I don't really like investing time in editing and all. I just am here to share my opinions, so I thought podcast is technically like the best way to do it. To get started with, today we're going to discuss about my theory of balance. It's not the real balance theory, it's my own theory that I generally follow in my own stories. Now, you all probably have different perspectives of balance, and balance is a pretty commonly used theme used in animes, TV shows, and many other media. But there are various ways to look at it if we think about balance. For example, we have Pokemon X and Y, Xerneas and Vivital, life and death, life versus death. Yes, if you look at it, it sort of has the balance theme. Life and death goes together. It's also a common real life theme, by the way. Yeah, balance exists everywhere, even in real life, that is. It pretty much proves it. And there's also relationships. In some anime you probably had seen, there are people, opposites specifically. Opposites not naturally has a tendency to balance each other. Sort of like, the best example I can give is Toradora, Ryuji and Taiga. Obviously though, it's not like they balance each other totally, but they sort of complement each other, sort of. So that is also another type of balance that I've seen. They're all entirely opposites. And anyways, and there is this one, Naruto. In Naruto, technically features peace, but it does have balance. Without balance, there is nothing. Yes, balance still exists there. Even if you look at it, the concept of balance meaning balancing each other to become stronger, this sort of thing. Like, if you just think of Naruto and Sasuke combo, that's a pretty good fighting combo. That can also be said as balance. So anyways, this is the normal concept of balance, and there are many different deviations, many different theories of balance that you have probably heard of. Light versus dark, hero versus villain, hope versus despair. There are many kinds. My balance leans towards those opposite kinds, as I already mentioned. So, the fact is, in an opposite relationship, what really happens is they balance each other, right? But how does balance takes place is the question. See, if two persons with opposite personality generally interact, in many cases it has been seen in TV shows or animes or whatever, what happens is the characters change at the end of the day, after some character developments or anything. But the fact is, a sudden change isn't really normal or isn't really natural, if you think about it. No one, not a single human, no single living being can change their personality instantly. Even if it takes months, it can at least take, it won't even take years. It may not even change, by the way. It can even take years or may not change. So it's pretty much unpredictable, and it is likely not going to happen. Change is a pretty rare phenomena for humans or animals. It's pretty hard for anyone to change. Basically, change is all the time may not be the best thing. That's what I feel. Specifically, if you think about the protagonist, the way you actually become their fan. For example, if I take an example of, okay, what example can I take? Yeah, let's take the example of Sasuke. I have got no other examples. What if Sasuke becomes like Naruto? I mean, we had always associated Sasuke with the mystery, the emotions. I mean, the silent killer and the obviously the cold type. But what if he's like this? Like, yeah, he definitely has that comical side reveal. I mean, yeah, some comedy reliefs definitely are there in Boruto days about family and all. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what if he becomes like Naruto? His personality becomes like him, and he's sort of like cheerful towards. Just think about it. If Sasuke is cheerful, will you be able to accept it? You didn't like him for that mystery, for that hype. That well, he has got that coolness, he has got that power and all. So that's the main factor. If Sasuke suddenly changes, what if Sasuke would have suddenly changed his personality altogether? That would have impacted the fan base pretty much. So exactly it's like Sasuke becoming cheerful out of nowhere. It's obviously a plot hole, a big plot hole. So if you think the same about the relationships in the romance, in any romance anime or manga or any TV shows or whatever, if such things happen, like if anyone interacts, I'm saying it had happened in some cases for that reason. I don't know if there are cases where it didn't happen, but in many cases it has been seen that they instantly change after some character development or anything, but instant change is not possible. That's my point, specifically. So, what I mean by that is, if two opposites interact, they should balance each other. That's the point. Meaning, for example, if you take creation and destruction, they don't try to change each other. I mean, creation won't say to destruction that you stop destroying, you start creating. No, it won't be like that. Destruction also won't say to the creator that you start destroying, so it will be total destruction or total creation. None of them is a good thing. Life and death, the same goes for life and death or any other phenomena. So what balance does is make sure none of them dominates. That's the real balance. You cannot change each other. Your personalities will remain same. That's a theory I had on my mind. They balance each other means they know what the other is doing. I mean, if two opposites come in contact, they know what the others are. They know themselves pretty well. That makes the relationships pretty healthy and really fan favorite. The only thing that changes is their views, or not really the views, or they technically learn to trust each other. Yes, they know what the other would do, so they trust each other that if I create, you destroy. If you destroy, I create. That's balance. If you're light, I'm dark. If it's dark, I'm light. Sort of like this, yeah. So that's the concept I mainly focus on my stories. Rather than changing each other, the balance. And I mean this type of balance, not that change type of balance. They learn to trust and coordinate to make themselves better, combining to become more powerful. That's exactly the type of unity between two people. I mean, the other unity is different. It's obviously the diversity. And in this case, for two people, they need to be total opposites. And as a writer, I can exactly do that. In real life, it may not happen like total opposites, but as a writer, it's totally possible. That's the fun of writing. You can create your dream characters. dream circumstances. That's the joy of writing that I actually find. And that's why I create stories. Because I like to explore such type of perspectives, such type of interactions. You will definitely get all this in my writing. And if you ever have any perspectives, you can also try writing. Writing stories can refresh your minds, even if you don't get any reads. See, I absolutely get. I absolutely get. I mean, I'm not getting that many reads, anyways. And my stats also aren't that good. So basically, that's my opinion. That whatever I enjoy, I do. And everyone's mindsets be like that because in reality, if you think you're gonna chase trends and write, it may remain short term, but it would never remain long term. So just focus on writing. If it only if it pleases you or gives you pleasure. That's all I have to say. And whatever you do, whatever is your hobby, do with passion. That's my opinion. Because obviously passion is far better than trends. And if your passion falls under trend, then you will get a booster. That's all. Passion first, trends later. Passion plus trends is like the best combination ever. So if you are falling under trend, if your passion falls under trend, then you're lucky. And let me say, with passion, your creations would have a long-term value rather than short-term. Even if I am not really in a mood to lecture, but I believe this. It will happen any day. It will happen someday. It may take years. I mean, it may take months. It may take years. It may even take decades. It may even take 20, 30, 40, 50, even 100 years. I mean, even after you die. We don't know when discoverability takes place. Growth is that slow, and it's pretty unpredictable. So yeah, you have to live with the unpredictability. But what matters is, I feel humans don't live forever. So I believe we need to leave our footprints somehow, even if digitally or anyways. It's pretty important to do that. And one day or the other, we will definitely be remembered. That's the most important thing. And I actually also add that in my stories, the agony of not getting remembered. So you can get that theme in some parts of my stories. Yeah. So anyways, I'm not just trying to promote my stories, I'm also sharing my views, my philosophies, my personalities. So yeah, it's not just a promotion channel, I guess. It's also a talk show. If you want, I will make more videos like this, but it depends on your comments. Thank you all and hope to see you all in the next video.